Well, I don't know what to say. I'm really honored to be here. I think some of the best lawyers in our country are in this state, and some of the ones who have influenced me most. I think the reason why I'm here is because people like Mark and Paco and Bob Dawson and Eric Fong, my friend Steve here, who is with me in practically every trial I do as a trial consultant, is that I've had people that cared about me, and that I went to Spence's College in 2004, and Paco and Bob were both there, and they both teach there now. And I had, tried a number of cases, but I was way different than I am now. I was really different. I remember sitting down I remember the table, sitting down and meeting Bob Dawson. Like, wow, this guy, he really knows what he's talking about, and he can see right through me. And I was different. I think I've changed a lot, and it's because guys like Bob and my friends have just loved me unconditionally and cared about me. And as a result, I've become somewhat of a better person, at least more in touch with who I am and who I don't want to be and who I want to be. And when I come in and I look at jurors, I look at them much differently than I used to. Maybe some of you have that, where you see a jury and they come in and you look at them and you look at their hair and you look at whether they're wearing glasses or not, maybe the book that they're reading, you want to know what that is. You think, are they a Republican, are they a Democrat? Oh boy, he's an engineer. Oh, this guy's an architect. Oh, this woman's a nurse, and this is a med-mal case. So, and you start to reject these people that have walked in to be your jury. They've come there because they've been subpoenaed. And before you ever get up, and this is me, years ago, and sometimes I fall back to it, and I have to catch myself. But before you even get up to talk to them, in your heart and in your gut, you've already rejected them. You've profiled them, stereotyped them. You've said, oh, I want this person on my jury because he's black. Oh yeah, but the defense lawyer is going to kick off all the blacks. Or I want women on my jury. And you're using your left brain is what you're doing before you've ever talked to the people who you're going to ask to care about your client, care about you, care about your case. How can we start a connection if we've already rejected people? How many people, is it just me that's done that, or how many people have done that with jurors? I want you to try to do something different. When that jury walks in, into the courtroom, I want you to look at them and love them, care about them unconditionally, the way that people have done for me. No matter who they are or where they come from or what their title is, I want you to start from the get-go caring about these people, appreciating them for being there. It's got to be real. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. And so when you look at them and you look into their eyes, and that you just really appreciate that they're here and that they've actually showed up. And I'm looking at all of you, and I really appreciate that you actually showed up. Find that within yourselves, and that's where it has to start when you're picking a jury. That's the first step to connection, is actually appreciating and caring about the jurors. Same thing would go for the judge. You know, boy, so-and-so said this is a bad judge. This judge is, you know, oh, he's a tyrant. Oh, he screwed me on that motion last time. And you walk in there and you already have that barrier between you and the judge. Trust me, I've had problems with judges. And now I go in and I say, you know what, if I walk in there thinking this guy's going to bend me over and do what's been done to me before in his courtroom, I walk in there and I have that spite, and he's going to feel it. And beneath that black robe is a human being who may or may not want to be there, who may or may not like me, but unless I care about him, appreciate him for being there, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a courtroom to go into. I wouldn't have a jury coming up. I wouldn't even have my chance at a trial. My client would have no hope if there weren't people that were willing to work for these pretty crappy salaries and be judges for all that they do. Salaries aren't that great. Then they look at us as plaintiffs' lawyers making all this money. There might be a little bit of resentment. So, care about the judge. Understand they've got a difficult job to do. And they're human. They're going to be biased, just like jurors are going to be biased. And you can't change their bias unless you care about them first. So now I'm beating a dead horse with that.